a parent, I won't say some because I don't know how many, but at least I know who was insulting her daughter and saying, "Now be your mate, they take care of your mama." How old was this girl? Was not up to 18.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
All right, so let's talk. 01792300002, 01792300007. At Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you'll find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH. This is no longer the question of people pretending to be other people. We're having young girls now actively putting the camera in front of their faces and demanding for money from their viewers. Oh yes, I'll be spilling some secrets this morning. If you haven't checked your daughter's phone or your son's phone, please start to do so now. So apps such as Bigo, apps such as Instagram, apps such as the other ones that people don't know about. There's so many of them where they can go online and start to exchange data services as well as sexual favors. Wake up, people. 92.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
Jude, you have been on this path before. I know you brought a topic like this some time ago. Jude, the truth is that we are failed as a people. The society has failed. But I must say a big kudos to Facebook, to Meta, for deleting most of these things. Yes, I must really say big kudos to them. They should do more because there are still more of them on Facebook. Particularly the Indians, the Malaysians, the Indonesians, and it is terrible, dude. Some weeks ago, I heard some kids. One was bragging to his playmate that he's going to be doing the Yahoo sometime as long as that he's paying.
Wow.
I overheard them.
Wow.
These are young boys just wrote their SSC a few weeks ago. But telling the other guy that's going to do the Yahoo for some time until the cash back, how they call it, the way they call it, like when the money starts coming in, the cash something, there's a slang for it.
Cash out.
Until that, cash out, until the cash out is not slow. You see them moving about, sagging. Most parents are not sleeping. Most people are not fit to have children. I don't know if you see that conversation you brought some time ago. Not everybody is really needs to have children. Let's talk about that anyways. So most parents are frustrated with so many things that they don't have time for their kids. Now, good enough, very good. Before I go, on the 28th of this month, a reality program will be going up. I don't know if you know. It's being heard on your radio station.
Okay.
Very good. And now, and we are holidays. Schools will be on holidays. It is shocking that some parents would sit with their kids watching that program. I'm telling you, some parents would sit with their kids, their young kids, watching that program. And
that's meant to be a rated show. It's meant to be an R-rated show.
And X-rated program. But you'd be shocked that so many parents, in fact, they will be shocked about. They'll sit with their kids watching that almost nude videos that will be coming up from that thing. So now, how do you see it now? So, and two, the media too should be held responsible. There are some programs, some radio stations here, songs they play, they promote, are not healthy for consumption. I know some of these kids these days now they put on headphone, all manner of things on their ears and hear these things. So the media too should try as much to censor this, both on the radio and on the TV, the print, all of them. They should do more.
All right. Thank you very much. WhatsApp 009-030-6416, 009-030-6416. 92.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning, please.
Chinke Daniel, Imogeto, Zoako.
Welcome.
My brother Jude, it's a societal problem. There where we are, even to where you are now, when people, young men, young ladies want to help the other, do you know what it is? You Yahoo boy or Yahoo girl. And a society that don't see those things as bad or criminal, how do you think that society can live a clean life? So from where I am talking to you now, it is, if you don't belong to that class, it's like if you are not called to their own age grade, the age grade, both girls and boys, if you are not a Yahoo person, just you know what I mean. It's a internet fraud or whatever, or what they call it, Yahoo. It is no longer, they no longer see it as anything bad. It's as bad as that.
But why then are some of the parents supporting them? Because it's shocking to hear a girl 16, 18 saying, oh, she has left her parents' house, she's staying in one bedroom, her mother is collecting money from her. At 16? At 17?
Choose, my brother. If you know the area we are, it's just that some parents even understand, they don't even know. All they after, oh, my baby, my daughter bought me this, do this. So in their own, they don't even see anything wrong about it. Indeed, our society needs what is called attitudinal change and the character reformation.
Okay. All right. Hart is on the line. Hart, good morning to you. Hart is on NTA Road.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, please.
Okay. This your topic is very, very interesting because our society now is becoming so wonderful. Let me use that word. Now, they can see so many things happening now from the economy of the nation and all of that. And parents have, lost their place in parenting, looking after their children to know what they are doing. All they want is your mate. Sometimes they even go as far as telling their child, they see your mate, look at this person's son, look at this person's daughter. He's bringing this, he's doing this, he's doing that. Without also finding out
what that person is doing.
Is the person doing, whether the person is legitimately making money or not. Parents talk into their children to commit crimes. So sometimes some people do what they do not because they want to do it. It's because the pressure from the house where they stay is much. I've seen it even while I was in school then. You see some persons, their parents send them to school. Unfortunately, they get to school and before you know, they join other other vices, such as prostitution, such as stealing and all of that. Even this fraud, something you are hearing now, is more conversant with young people because of the pressure. So I think if our parents should sit up, they will caution their children and monitor them closely.
Okay, all right, Hart, thank you very much. Jude, let me shock you. It has even evolved more. A young girl of 18 walked up to my male colleague and touched his member and said bluntly, "Come, I will do you well." Jude, let us pray for a younger generation. Elliot from Choba. My question is, what did your friend do, though? I have to ask. actively involved in advance fee fraud. Just when you thought that a lot of work is being done to challenge, to fight or stem the tide against teen prostitution and child trafficking and all those other type of abuses, this one now rears its head. Teenagers willingly getting into activities that cannot, in all fairness, be anything more than trouble for them, not just down the road, but in the most foreseeable future. Looking at the video, in fact, the first video I saw a few days ago, I couldn't even finish it because I was vexed. Why would a 16-year-old look like she was 25 and going for a nightclub party at 16? Why? And then bragging. Maybe those things were lies. But the fact that they had to, or they felt compelled to brag, my boyfriend gives me 1 million. Your boyfriend gives you 1 million. To do what? To buy phone, do my subscription, buy clothes, and pay my rent. You stay alone? Where's your mom? Where's your dad? I left home. What do you mean you left home? And then what is really shocking is that some of these parents, and no, before some of you come up on your high horses and say, it's the mother's fault. It's the mother's fault. No, some of the fathers as well, ladies and gentlemen, some of the fathers as well are demanding, happily collecting monies from teenagers. Difficult these days. They don't want to be bearing Aisha. They don't want to be bearing Tari. They don't want to be bearing Ebin Priye or Tamna Kuro. Everybody these days, he wants to be bearing Stephanie, Laquisha, Zoquisha, Sopekesha. They all have fake names all over the place. Anyway, I don't know. So that's why I'm asking you. Why are some parents, some adults, that would be you, and you, helping these teenagers commit crimes?
Views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
Let's talk. 017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. At Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. J Moore in Port Harcourt says, good morning, Jude. I have always blamed parents for children's misbehaving today because when any child starts doing anything wrong from the beginning and his or her parents stack that person different, the child, smack that child, that person, definitely the child will not, if not stopping the child, will reduce whatever he or she started to do. But the truth is that parents today are the ones encouraging to do so, especially mothers, because I can remember my mom before she passed on, you dare not bring something home without explaining well how you got it. And if you're not clear about it, you will hear my father, your body will tell you. J Moore in Port Harcourt. All right, JJ is on the line. We have Victor in mile 3. Let's get to hear from JJ. Victor, give us 2 minutes. Go on. Yeah. Good morning, please.
Jude.
Good morning.
I saw a video sometimes ago in a community in the southeast where somebody was caught with drugs in Malaysia. And you know the story, right? You know the implication, right? And the person was executed. The community was celebrating, bought coffee to make sure they give the guy a befitting burial. And that they knew that the guy has been doing that and that the guy has helped them to develop their community.
Wow.
Dude, can you beat that?
Wow.
I also know in my area, in your area of this country, where they have association of Yahoo Boys Mother,
what is the purpose of this association? If my son pick and your son, they arrest him, we will pull resources together to make sure we rescue that one that has been arrested. Can you be that dude?
What?
Are you also aware that in our own area of this country that you have Yahoo Academy? Can you be that dude? Where parents go buy laptop for their children and enroll them into this academy so that they can struggle to pick. I think the word that guy was looking for was pick, right? So that they can also pick at the end of the day. Jude, what you see as an abomination before has become reality before your very eyes. I was in Warri sometime early last year. I went for a job, and some of the documents I need to type there in business center. Dude, if you see small children from 15, 16 years talking about how they want to do this, when we were at that age, it's about Jude is in Unilag now. Me too, I want to go to Uniport. This one is in Uniben. You understand me? But today, everybody is speaking, and parents are also supporting. Go to meeting with these people in the village. Small boy will never bath. If he throws money,
everybody dances.
To bring the opinion that village follow. That is our reality right now. What? You see, according to Ecclesiastes, say those things I'm afraid of are those things that always come to me. I take it back. Thank you.
Victor, and let's get to John in Rumola. John, good morning to you, please. Hello, John.
Good morning.
Good morning, please.
I am more vexed than you are, Jude. I'm telling you this because I remember 1994, a group called Pathfinder Academy came, and there was something they taught us. We had to do a debate competition. I wasn't. I thought it was independent parents to blame, and they asked me to oppose. I said no, I would propose as young as I was then. And one of the reasons I gave is because most parents do not have the know-how. They don't have the mouth. They don't have the skill. And you miss a child at a tender age, I tell you that by the time the child gets to teenager, the teenagehood will not let him know what he's doing, because that's the point where you're supposed to release your rubber a little to allow him to breathe. And then you want to come and tighten him up. How would you get that? You have not been exemplary in your behavior, in your speech. You're always in a quest for money. You don't have time for the children to talk with them. You don't have time to understand their issues, their challenges. How do you want them to behave? What do you want them to do? Now, when they have gone out there to go and imitate you, they automatically become, you lost them right from when they were young. So I totally will blame parents. I am a father. I am working, and I do everything possible to make sure I get close to my children and know who are your friends. What do you do in school? Bring them home. Let me see them. I want to know who these people are. In that way, you'll be able to know who these children are, and also let them know that money is not the source of happiness. But when they see you fight for money at all times, you don't have time for them. They will want to do what you're doing. So to meet up. That's just my bit, please. Thank you.
All right, John, thank you very much. It's a very difficult pill to swallow. Zion is in GRE. Zion, good morning to you, please.
The solution is not here on time. The only way you can handle it is for you to take care of your own children. These are the discussions we had in my house this morning.
Oh, really?
Dude, you see, when we have grown to the age of our parents, that is when we will know the evil that we saw and we refuse to stop from these young ones. Now it's just the beginning now. Have you walked the street of Port Harcourt and see these young boys roaming on the street doing nothing? And all they're thinking is internet fraud? Most of them have the catfish handle now. Catfish handle, which they use to deal with all this Yahoo. Not even the white follow, even our sisters here in Nigeria too.
They're scamming them.
They are dealing with them with a catfish handle. The truth is this. These people that gave birth to them, who are they? They are our friends. They are our friends. Some of them are our classmates. When they were not listening to their parents, then we saw them, we kept quiet. Some of them, their parents complained to us. Talk to your friend. Talk to her. We kept quiet. Consign me. Sometimes when we talk, even the friend will say, boy, forget that thing. Mama, we go settle. But I wish we took a step forward. We would have. You see, these dragons we are actually now. Wow. They have not yet spitting fire.
Wow.
This one will complain. They have not yet started. Do you know that what they do, they're only capturing the moment for you? In our father's days, they were living in the moment. They enjoy their parties. They obey the people. But look at us here. Dude, in the street of Port Harcourt today, a lot of these young boys now are sugar boy and whatever to most of these our big sisters. Maybe they left their marriage or divorce, whatever, or I don't know, causing them. But do you know the cost they have placed on themselves? Go and check the university admission roll. How many young boys will you see compared to the one of the 2000s and the early 90s when we were hungry to go to school? Engineering department used to be flooded with guys. Today, go and see how many guys will you see here. We are destroying it. And what do you expect them to do? You stop them not to walk on the street? No, sir. We can still get ourselves involved if we train our daughters to zip up. Few days ago, I talked about getting married as a virgin, and some people felt angry. Your father told you to be a virgin before you get married, 12 us. Your grandmother told you to be a virgin before you get married, 12 us. Why were you not angry with them? Now you disobey them, now giving us a hard knock to crack in the society. Say, I should not talk. I will talk. If that will make you not, I will not raise a daughter up to 13 years, 16 years, and the child to give birth to that have no father, a male, want to come and abuse my daughter, I will not accept that. These male boys, ask them, how many of them their fathers in their lives? None of them, except a few. So, even the few that their father find their life, what is the father doing?
So why then? Now, this is a very, like I said just before you came on, I said this is a very bitter pill to swallow. So how then does a father, a mother, and in the past 4 days I've heard from both sides, how then do they get to the point where they can see their children and they go, okay, you are 16 or 17, you just gave me 50,000 naira, no problem. How did those parents get to that point where they don't bother?
Most of these children are a reproach to their fathers. When their father were disobeying their mother, which is their grandparents, their mother lay a curse on them. As you they frustrate me, your picking will frustrate you too. That is all we are seeing today. I want to run away from it.
Okay. All right. Clement is on Stadium Road. Clement, good morning to you, please.
Hello, Mr. Jude.
Good morning.
Mr. Jude, good morning.
Welcome, please.
Mr. Jude, are you aware that carbonated drinks are like water now? The one they call cola.
Okay.
And I want to believe it is the parents of the children you're talking about that are responsible for producing this drink. So, what am I trying to say? You cannot plant cassava and reap cocoyam.
Magic fact.
If my daddy they do this, why not go watch and do my own in my own level?
But Clement, is it every child? Because I don't want to believe that it's every child. Like in this narrative that we're talking about, teenagers who are in crime, particularly young girls who are not into Yahoo, for example. I don't think their parents were thieves. I don't think their parents were smugglers or something like that. Most of them, maybe they're just poor.
Well, somebody will always tie this to poverty. Like the girl you talk about in your story. I believe that the girl is a breadwinner. As little as her age, she's bringing food to the house. And with the poverty in the land. And when it comes to hungry, Mr. Jude, I don't know if you have been in that position where you are hungry. As a Mr. Jude, the only thing you have in your pocket is 10 naira for 4 days. And you don't have any other place to get extra, maybe 15 naira, make it 15 naira. Then to buy Gari and what's it called? granuts.
Mm.
So if you have been there and somebody offer you a plate of food, I am sure you will change your music. So we always tie this to poverty. And if you want to relate to poverty, of course, the United Nations want to call out these national organizations who have talked about countries improving the standard of living in their country. Look at local government that got shut down. What that means is that if you are a farmer and you need fertilizer, you cannot go to the council to go and get one. And that's what the other people means is that in the next 6 months, your harvest will be poor. So, hunger will increase. It's as simple as tying government to this, whether you like it or not. Somebody somewhere who is different today, who want to live upright, in the next 3 months, 6 months, just because of you cannot get fertilizer to grow your plants today, you'll be affected. And it's a ripple effect. It will spread. It will continue.
It's a ripple effect.
We are in a very big situation in this country. And, well, are they even listening to this conversation? I like what Dio said, that whatever decision you take, if you are taking the daddy in the market during an election, and if you are taking our daddy today, I beg.
All right, thank you very much. Well, I wouldn't want you guys to all, leave the conversation with exasperation, because, the question is why. So if there's a why, the most logical line will be, so what do we do next? WhatsApp, good morning, Jude. I'd like to remain anonymous. Where I live, a landlord has given his house for rent to Yahoo boys who are up to 10 young boys between the ages of 14 and 18, living in just one big room. These young boys bringing young girls of the same age to the same room on a daily basis. One of them confidentially told me that most of their parents are aware of what they are doing. My question is, who owns these children? Are these teenagers owned by parents? Part of the challenges of civilization is changing ideology. We have reached a point in our lives where we celebrate material wealth without asking questions. Jude, are you aware that parents now pay money to register their children, teenagers, or mid-age adults to these groups or cartels, name SK guys, Yahoo, etc., all for the purpose of making ends meet and solving life's problems? Nothing is as painful as seeing your loved ones wallow in excruciating pain and sometimes death. Nigerians are suffering and morality has been thrown to the winds. My final caller is on the line from Bori this morning. Newman, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning, Jude.
Good morning, please.
Good morning, Jude.
Yes, good morning, please. Go on, please.
Yes, I have been listening to this conversation for so long now, and I really been touched and forced to join these discussions. Looking at this whole thing, there are main ways of it. If you have been in touch with the prevalent Nigerians that are suffering the harsh economy, believe me, if they come across any of their friends involving in any of those ads, they have no option to register. If you know what they are passing through on daily basis in this country, you see a teenager who feeds himself from 12 years. What do you expect from that child when he come across a friend who want to show him how to rob to end his living? You will not have options. Now, coming to the part of the parents, so many of their parents are, I don't know how to describe the level of their poverty. And in the country we are, the only thing we are experiencing is government say, nothing will be implemented. No effort. If you're one of those that are listening to radio, in other year, big amount of money they are mentioning every day on radio.
But nothing is done.
If you go down to the lowest Nigeria, they don't experience any of those things. No impact, year in, year out.
All right, Newman, thank you very much. So the impact is not being felt. That's why we have these problems. There's so many messages here, over 20. Can't read them all. But then, safe to say that it is not a good time to just fold your arms, like someone said. Seeds have been sown. The chickens coming home to roost. Sad times. My name is Jude. Thank you as always for joining us. Well, tomorrow is Friday, and unfortunately, or is it fortunately? But anyway, basically, tomorrow is going to be an exception because the show will hold, but not with yours truly. I will be taking the back seat. I will not be here tomorrow, and I shall hear from you, Cetus Paribus, Monday, bright and early, 9 a.m. Good morning.